Good morning, everybody. It's the 28th of November. Happy Thanksgiving. As you can see, we've got a beautiful layer of snow this morning, just like an inch. Maybe not even an inch. It'll probably be all melted away in a little bit, but we're supposed to get more snow tonight and tomorrow and the next day and the next day, so we will have snow. Especially, I'm super excited about Saturday morning, opening day in Pennsylvania. And there's going to be a good layer of snow for that, which is unusual. Hasn't been that way in quite a few years, so that should add to the fun. I'm in the double stand in Cherry Ridge this morning. Really just hoping to possibly see a bear. That bear's been in and out of the standing corn over here just about every night, but it's right in the middle of the night. I think he's bedding out here in the swamp, so I'm kind of in between where he beds and where he goes, I believe. So, you know, you never know. I could catch him up on his feet a little bit, maybe. I don't know. There were some fresh deer tracks I crossed on my way in here. That heavy 9 is still game, and that goofy buck, if he's around somewhere, you never know. Nonetheless, it's Thanksgiving, and this is really my favorite day of the whole year. Get to hunt in the morning, eat turkey, watch football, hunt in the afternoon, and spend time with friends and family. Doesn't get much better than that. I'm going to go over to Sherman here later this morning, and we're going to do some deer drives with my cousin Michael, and maybe I think some of them guys want to shoot does, so I'll probably stand with some of the shooters and see if I can get some cool video for you guys on those deer drives. In the meantime, we'll quiet down, and see if we see anything. Well, that right there was a good old Thanksgiving morning skunk job. Never saw anything. Not even a squirrel. Surprised me. We're gonna go ahead and pack everything up, and we're gonna head over to my cousin's place in Sherman. And over there, we'll force them to move. So there's a few things I wanted to mention about these deer drives. This is something that's been kind of a tradition for the family over the years. We used to always, every Thanksgiving morning, we used to hunt in the tree stands, and then we would all get together, my, uncles and my grandfathers, everybody would get together, and then we would do pushes or deer drives, so to speak, to a lot of people out there. And we would set up standers and then pushers, and people would just go through the brush or the woods and push the deer out. Obviously, as the farm has evolved, and over the years we've began trying to manage the herd a little bit, and we've, right now we're trying to shoot big bucks. Deer drives aren't conducive to holding deer, especially mature deer, on your property. It's not something I would recommend you do if you're looking to actually grow deer. It's great for your neighbors. They'll end up with a lot of the deer that you just kicked out of your property on theirs. But with that being said, the pieces that we're going to be pushing over here are just little tiny woodlots for the most part. That really trying to manage these deer over here is pretty tough in these areas, and these are great for just trying to get deer to move, especially for people to fill doe tags or whatnot. And if you're not picky and you just want to shoot a buck, they're great too. They're a lot of fun. This is actually something my brother really enjoys doing. Monty, when he was in
snow warning in about 10.3 miles from current location.
Lake effect snow warning in effect. But when Monty was in high school and whatnot, we would all get together with his buddies pretty much every weekend during at that time it was shotgun season, and we would do all kinds of deer drives, state game lands and everything, and we had a lot of fun doing that. But we just don't do it as much anymore. But we still try to get together on Thanksgiving and do a few of them, and it's a lot of fun, just the camaraderie of being with everybody and whatnot. So that's what we're doing. Deer drives are a little controversial, I get that. Dangerous absolutely. I think deer drives are extremely dangerous. You got to be very aware of where the pushers are, where the standers are. You just never know where deer are actually going to be coming out on these drives, and you have to be very aware of where everybody is, especially when we're hunting with rifles now. It's important to make sure you're wearing the orange. Obviously now it's the law in New York, which is a good thing that you have to wear orange. But just wanted to give you a little rundown on that. We're gonna meet up with Michael here in a few minutes, and we're gonna head out there. Well, Heath and I are gonna be standing right in the corner here of this. There's fresh deer tracks right there. See that? Yep. Going right up through there. There's actually deer out in this field. This is a new seeding piece, and you probably can't see them, but there's 2 deer standing up there. Heath and I are gonna be right in this corner, and the drivers are going to come right up through this bottom. He's looking to shoot pretty much anything that comes through here, right?
Yep, try to.
So it should be some fun. A lot of the deer that have come out of this drive, they either run right down that bottom or they come right up through here, right toward pretty much where we're at. He's shooting a 12 gauge slug gun with open sights. There's the 2 deer that are out in the field. Well, the first drive was a bust. There wasn't any deer that came out of there, I don't believe. Certainly none that came by us. We'll move on to the next one, and I know there's 2 deer that'll come out of that one because they're standing out there next to it. Well, we're gonna push this small strip of woods and brush right here in front of me. This is actually the same drive, or if you guys remember last year, that we kicked a real nice buck out of here, and Monty shot at him coming actually right out across this field, running that way, and he ended up getting away. But this is the same drive. Those 2 deer that we saw a little bit ago are standing right out here. So we'll see what happens. I'm all by myself, so I'm gonna have to try to record as much as I can. Michael's in a tree stand, or somebody's in a tree stand right over in that corner. You can see him over there. Well, I saw 3 come out of there. Doe and a few little ones so far. Well, I'm heading back over here, and I guess we kicked out a big buck, but somehow it went through everybody. I never saw it. I saw doe and 2 fawns is what I saw, but the buck must be stayed on the far side. Did you see any deer, Heath?
I didn't see any, but my brother said he kicked out a monster buck.
Monster buck. Well, let's go get the story.
There's tons of fresh tracks down through there. When I was going through the briars and stuff like that, we had there's lots of action in there, that's for sure. You can see where they were really treading through there. With the snow, it makes it easy to see, you know, walking through and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, those three came right through here that I saw.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how big this buck was. Michael said it was. He normally doesn't get too excited, and he said
why didn't he shoot it?
He said he was on the wrong side of the.
He ran right by Michael.
We kicked a moose out of here.
Why didn't Michael shoot it?
Because I was up
He
there
was up
20
there.
yards and he come in this right. I couldn't see him over the bank.
Oh,
I didn't see him till he was right here in hauling ass. That's his track.
Yeah, see where he kicked those dirt up right
Yeah.
there? I knew we kicked a good one out here.
Might have been standing in the right spot.
What do you think it was, that drop line, bud?
he was 20-12. He was dead. Oh yeah,
Yeah, the drop
he
line
was
is
that wide.
the widest buck I
Oh,
think I
he's
have on
huge.
camera. He's nice, 18, 19 inches wide.
Oh,
Jimmy,
yeah,
I saw him for about 0.4 of a second
Yep.
when he was right here,
I
and then
feel
I could
ya.
see him hauling.
He was like this.
Not. I couldn't
Yeah.
shoot him, obviously.
See you next year. Well, we moved a big buck, but I went right in between everybody. Actually went right down the path that Mike and I last year on Thanksgiving stood on that same drive. Of course, this year, that was right in between where Mike and Michael were, and he went through there so quick, there was no way. Ooh. What are you whipping up over here?
Everything under the moon.
Wow.
That's right.
That appears to be apple pie.
Yep.
Smells good. What do we got over here?
Well, it's not done yet. Mac and cheese, green bean casserole, and squash.
Very nice. How are you doing, little girl? Hey, there they are. Hey. Hey. How are you doing?
Good. Wait, why are you really wearing that?
Who's that? Who's that?
Hi guys!
Hey.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Yeah, you too.
Happy birthday! Happy Thanksgiving!
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the Thanksgiving Day deer drives and hunt. I actually didn't end up hunting in the afternoon. I ended up spending too much time at the party and watching football and just didn't get around to getting out in the afternoon. So that's gonna do it for this video, but I hope everybody enjoyed the video and we'll see you on tomorrow's hunt. Thanks for watching, everybody.